Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. Thank you for tuning in to part 2 of Mrs Doubtcook's Cook-Off Challenge. For those of you who missed our first installment last week, Tuesday, we had our first round, which was the starter round, having Chef Grant taking the winning place. Before we get stuck into tonight's festivities, if you want to call it that, first order of business is reclaiming the crown. May I have the crown back, please, Chef Grant? I think we'll just put this over here for safekeeping. We'll need that again later. Right, guys, so down to business. Tonight, we are on to the mains round, where we have selected 5 ingredients for each of our chefs. They both have identical ingredients, and they have 30 minutes to cook a main course. They have no idea what their ingredients are, so come with me and let's find out together. Right, guys, are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Are you nervous?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. But
Let's just give you guys a rundown of how this is going to work. I am going to go through your ingredients now. Once we have gone through the ingredients, you'll have 60 seconds to think before this challenge starts.
Okay.
You guys think you can do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure we can, yeah.
Good luck.
It's going to be interesting
Good
to see
luck.
how this one turns out as well, guys. Just a reminder, Chef Grant won last week's challenge, the starter round. Right, guys, let's get down to business.
Ooh.
In your boxes, you have red pepper, 2-minute noodles. Just a reminder, guys, these are ingredients that we're calling our lockdown ingredients because they're all cost effective and everything that you should have in your house. Bacon, chicken fillets,
Okay.
and red and green cabbage.
Okay.
Or more purple, I think, than red.
Purple.
All right.
Okay, guys. So, do you have any ideas so far of what you think you might do? I'll leave these here for you, Wesley.
Yeah, thanks. I've got a general idea of what I want to do.
Well, we
Not
know at this
sure.
stage that could change at any moment. That's your box, Chef Grant. Right, guys. So, you've had a few seconds to think. What more or less are you thinking, Chef Grant?
I don't know, I'm thinking a grilled bacon and chicken wrap with a chili and soy stir fry with the red pepper, and then served with toss the noodles through the cabbage and that, and the red pepper. That's my thinking.
Chef Wesley, what are we thinking at this stage?
Well, I'm gonna go with a sort of a curry flavored noodle dish
Interesting.
with chicken.
It seems like we've got
See
some
what we're
nice
gonna
ideas
do.
coming along there already, guys. So before we get into this, we're going to have our 60-second countdown now, and then you guys may begin. You may not start until we have completed the countdown.
Okay, cool.
I'm home! I'm home! Oh! Oh, it's just you! Hello, my dears! Hello! Welcome back! Oh, isn't this exciting? Yes, I just got home from my part-time job. Essential services, I'll have you know. I must say, plenty of wine left over from communion. Doesn't get wasted, you know. The vicar does. Well, dare I say it, our chefs did a good job on our starter in the last cook-off, didn't they? Oh, bear it in mind, of course, all they had to work with were 5 basic ingredients, all supplied by moi. Well, after all, it is lockdown, and we've got to be realistic, haven't we? These are hard times, I tell you. Mind you, I haven't had this much attention since the lads took a weekend leave during the war. Oh, yes. Food was tight back then, you know, with all the rations. But to be honest, it wasn't really the food I was missing. Oh, the good old days.
Hi guys, welcome back to the kitchen. As we mentioned just before that little break, and Mrs. Doubtcook saying hi to everybody there, we have our 5 ingredients: red pepper, 2-minute noodles, bacon, chicken fillets, and purple and green cabbage. Now bear in mind guys, you may choose to use all of the ingredients, 2 of the ingredients. It's entirely up to you. It's all about your presentation, your flavor, and what you decide to do. I know you guys had a bit of an idea before we went to break. How are you feeling now? You still thinking along the same lines?
Yes, I am, more or less.
Certain, yeah.
Okay, and then also just a reminder that we do have our pantry staples available for you guys as well. Some spices, some herbs, some fresh lemon, and a couple of other things over there that they are allowed to use in their dishes. Right guys, are you ready?
Yep.
Ready?
I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready to get into this countdown. 3, 2, 1. Bangers and mash. It's time to dash, guys. Let's see what you guys are made of tonight. It's going to be interesting to see who wins the mains, guys. Also, just another side note and a reminder that our guest judge will be joining us a little bit later for the tasting.
Is this stuff on?
Do you both have all your electrical appliances switched on and ready to go?
I do indeed.
Chef Grant, what is the first part of your process over here?
Okay, I'm just getting my noodles ready here, so that when the water's boiling, then I can get everything on the go there. Just want to add some flavour to that water while it's...
Sorry, could you say that a little bit louder?
Sorry.
I'm sure our guys at home would love to hear what you have to say.
I just want to add this 2-minute noodle spice to the water while
So
it's
you're
heating
using
up
the actual 2-minute noodle spice in your dish as well?
and a little bit of chicken spice.
Okay, interesting. So you're going to mix the two.
So I'm just going to add a little bit of each. And
Chef Wesley, what is the first step to your dish over here?
I am slicing the red pepper into little slivers. So that's my first.
Just slivers
step.
as in slices?
Slices.
Okay.
Yeah, like thin slices.
Okay. And then will you be frying those off, or?
Yes, I'll be frying.
Oh,
them.
here's Chef Grant in the background. They're trying to educate you on what they're called. Julienne, guys, Julienne.
Yeah.
Not Julian. Julian.
Whatever.
Oh, I think it's starting early this week, guys.
Yeah, I was a bit nervous last week, but this week I'm ready for the onslaught, Wes.
Oh, ready for the onslaught, guys.
But it's fine. I'll be getting that hat back just now. It's fine.
He's very determined he'll be getting the hat back tonight, guys. I think that'll be up to our guest judge a bit later. And what are you doing over here with the red peppers
Just
now, Chef
slicing
Grant?
my red peppers along. Just want to get all my mise en place.
You mean julienning?
Julienne.
Ah.
And mise en place means preparation.
Okay,
So
interesting
just wanna
fact, guys. Mise en place means preparation.
Don't want to see it.
And what will you be doing with your chicken fillets?
I'm going to butterfly them, and then I'm not going to use all the bacon for wrapping. I'm gonna dice it up and crisp it a bit, and then stuff the chicken with the bacon.
Okay, sounding delicious already, guys. Both of your ideas are sounding amazing. I'm loving the idea that with simple ingredients like chicken fillets and 2-minute noodles, we have 2 amazing ideas coming out of here, guys. You still busy with your red pepper over here, Chef Wesley?
Done slicing it.
Sure, you're slow, eh?
I'll let my actions speak rather than my words.
Oh, this is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting.
Okay, that's done.
And what will you be doing after you have prepared your julienne red pepper.
So next I'm going to cube my chicken fillets. So I'm be cutting them into cubes.
Okay. I don't know if you guys want to come over here for a moment and just have a look at some of the staples that we have available for these guys. We have some wonderful fresh basil, fresh coriander. I know some people out there are not huge fans of coriander, but I personally love the flavor. We have some butter. We have fresh garlic. We have white pepper, black pepper, salt, all the spices you could think of, all the basics that you should have in your pantries at home, as well as some fresh lemons, soya sauce, Worcester sauce, the oils. So basically anything you have in your pantry at home, and it would be amazing if you guys could either cook along with us or try this recipe in your own time and then comment on our live stream on this post or in the ACM Entertainment group with a video of you preparing your meal or a photo of what you have made with the same ingredients. I'm liking the idea that both of our chefs have thought out of the box here tonight, and they're not just going with the simple, easy route that you would think they would take with these ingredients. I see you busy with the bacon over here now, Chef Grant.
I am indeed.
What exactly are you going to be doing with that?
So I'm gonna add this, instead of stuffing the chicken, I've decided I'm rather gonna add the diced bacon in with the actual stir fry and the noodles. And then I've sliced each rash in half so that I can wrap the chicken breast, wrap the bacon around the chicken breast. Sorry.
Okay, and what is the reason for wrapping the chicken breast in the bacon? Is that just for flavor or moisture?
Just makes it look better, and just it's a different take on bacon and chicken. Everybody just has it separate. So yeah, it's a nice little twist to it.
So chicken and bacon are actually a really good combo together.
Very much so.
Okay. Chef Wesley, I see you're also busy with your bacon over here. What is your plan with the bacon?
Yeah, I'm slicing the bacon and I'm going to add it to the chicken that's going to be sauteed with the red pepper.
So you're going to be sauteing your red pepper with the chicken fillets, which I see you have diced, and your bacon. Is that
correct.
because you're looking for a certain flavor profile, or is it because of...
I'm trying to get all of it in the pan so that I can start adding the spices for the curry as well.
Okay.
Because I'm going to get it almost like a sort of a curry sauce to go over the noodles, if that makes sense.
And if I'm not mistaken, curry spices take a little bit of time to develop their flavor.
Yeah, that is correct.
Okay, I understand. I get where you're going with that. Well, guys, the smells in this kitchen are already so amazing. I'm getting quite hungry here watching these two. Right, guys, 24 minutes left. 24 minutes. Remember, you had 30 minutes to start. We are down to 24. Do you both think you'll be finishing in time?
Very much so.
Very much so. There's that confidence again, Chef Wesley.
I'm sure I'm going to finish in time. I normally don't take long to make a curry, so...
Okay, wonderful. And I think this is also a lovely idea for a quick weeknight dinner, guys. I know some people are still working from home during lockdown and also homeschooling and everything else. It's been a bit chaotic. I personally have found that I've been busier during lockdown than I was before lockdown. So this is a perfect meal to make, you know, after a long day in your home office or homeschool. It's looking good, guys. Looking very good.
Don't burn.
I can't wait for those curry spices to go in so I can start getting those aromas. I see you rolling a fresh lemon over there, Chef Grant. Is that going to be going over your chicken fillets?
I'm just getting it ready now, but I am going to spice it. I'm just trying to soften it so I can release all the juices.
Okay. And I see you have butterflied your chicken already. Did you tenderize those as well?
No, they're
So
very.
you
they're
don't
very,
need-
they're
you don't
very
have
thin
to
enough. I don't need
tenderize.
to.
Okay.
Out of my way, man.
Nothing beats the smell of citrus. One of my favorite fragrances ever.
Yes.
Oh, I can actually smell that lemon from over here. Guys, just a little fun fact. We have a little home rule here when it comes to Mrs. Doubtcook's cook-off challenge. The winner of the night's challenge gets to cook his dish for everybody for dinner after the show. And the loser gets to wash all the dishes.
I'm not doing dishes tonight, I can tell you that now.
Well, we'll have to wait and see, won't we? Just a side note, our judge is sitting out of the room, out of the way at the moment. She is blindfolded and she's wearing earphones, so she has no idea what is happening in the kitchen. And as you can see, both chefs have their own timers running in the background as well. Makes me feel a little like they don't trust my timing. Owen Wesley giggles. That tells me everything. Are those bay leaves you've added in there, Chef Wesley?
I've added some bay leaves. I've added stick cinnamon and some cardamom pods as well. I've seasoned it with salt and pepper too. Just adding a little bit of water so it doesn't stick.
Wonderful.
If you're looking for a dry curry, you try and not add too much liquids. And if you make it the proper way, you won't have to add liquid at all to get a nice dry
So the
curry.
saucier you want your curry, the more liquid you add.
Yes.
Is that cinnamon sticks I see in there as
Yeah,
well?
stick cinnamon. is in
Okay,
there.
so you've got bay leaves, stick cinnamon,
Bringing
salt,
out the big
pepper.
guns, eh?
I see a bit of butter in the bottom of the pan there.
Where is that?
I think it's time to go and check what's cooking in Chef Grant's pan. I see you've got some spices on your chicken fillets over here,
Just
Chef Grant.
I've just got a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and some chicken spice. Yeah. Sorry.
Smelling good, smelling good.
What? Yes, yes, what? Oh, it's you! Oh, you're gonna give an old girl a heart attack one of these days. Oh, my goodness. Oh, you little devils, you. You caught me taking a quick nap, didn't you? It must be all the excitement, either with the chefs trying to, I don't know, bubble up some concoction in me tea. Oh, Grant, Wesley, did you put something in me tea? I tell you can't trust the young uns these days. Now, where's me biscuits?
Oh, guys, if you could be in this kitchen and smell what I'm smelling right now. Again, simple ingredients that I think are going to make two really good dishes. Chef Wesley, I saw you adding some more spices there
Yeah.
a moment ago. What was it that you were adding to your dish?
I added about a third of a teaspoon of cumin. I'm not too fond of cumin in my curries.
You're not too fond of cumin in your curry. Is there
Yeah,
any particular
so-
reason for that?
I don't know, I find I get sort of metallic taste to it in the curries. So I'm not much of a fan. And then
Can
I'm
I see
adding
who that
some
is?
13-in-1 spice.
13 in 1.
Yeah. and
Mama's
I've-
magic powder, that.
yeah. I've added some chili flakes as well, just the tip of the teaspoon.
Is that just to give it a little bit of extra heat?
Yeah, that is correct.
Well, these two smells combined. Chef Grant, where are we at over here?
Okay, so I'm just
Let me get out
cooking
of
my
your way there,
chicken here a
cameraman.
bit. I've got my peppers, I've got my diced bacon, I've got my water boiling for the noodles. I'm just letting that go. I've got some basil for the garnish. I've got my bacon here, the oven's on.
So you're
Just
using
gonna-
both the coriander and the fresh basil for
The
your
basil
garnish?
will be for garnish and the coriander is going straight into my
Okay,
stir
and I
fry.
see you have bacon in the pan here. Is this just to prep it for wrapping around the
Correct.
chicken? And then you say it goes in the oven after that?
Well, once the oven's hot enough, then I'm just going to pop it in.
Okay.
And I'm going to do that a little bit coarse. I'm not going to...
Don't forget to sanitize, guys. The color on this is looking amazing,
30
Chef
seconds
Wesley.
out of my time for you.
Oh, look at that. He's being super sweet and helping Chef
That's just to
Wesley
say sorry because you're doing
sanitize.
dishes.
That's your choice,
Don't
not
forget,
mine.
guys, when you share this video, hashtag sanitize.
Oh, Wes, I forgot to ask you. You need the oven?
I don't need the oven, thank you.
Oh, you guys are so
I wasn't
considerate.
going to let you use it in any case.
Chef Wesley, I see you adding some cabbage. Are you using both? Ah, there we go.
I'm
I
using
see
some
you
of
using
both,
both.
just for some color.
And those really are beautiful colors as well. Oh, smelling amazing.
It's kind of like a stir-fry curry noodle dish.
So sort of a twist on a curry chicken stir fry, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. So sort of a bit of Indian influence in there, or an Asian Eastern type vibe going on there between the cabbage and the curry powders.
That is exactly it.
I see you've added some peppers to your bacon there, Chef Grant.
I have indeed.
Interesting fact, guys, you'll notice neither of our chefs are using onion in their dishes, and that is purely because they were not one of their staple ingredients. So this is going to be interesting.
Onions usually make the curry, so
Oh,
That'll be
onions
interesting.
usually make the curry.
Not tonight, my friend.
Interesting fact, I see neither of you have used any garlic. Is that for... Oh, there we go. Never mind. My words are not even out my mouth, and I'm noticing Chef Grant is using garlic. Is that going to go in your pan?
That is indeed.
Wonderful. Looking good, looking good. Now, Chef Wesley, is there any possibility that, you know, the noodles could end up overcooked or anything with timing, or is it that you're going to put them in at the last minute? Does it not really matter?
I'm just getting it ready to put in the pot, but I usually cook it for about 2 minutes on the
Okay.
stove. The water should be boiled first, should be boiling, and then you add the noodles to
So
it.
cooking them for 2 minutes, you're sort of looking for a little bit of an al dente.
Yeah,
Okay.
because once they come out, I don't cool them down, so they're still cooking afterwards.
For those of you who don't know, al dente means that your noodles or your pasta still has a slight little bit of a bite to it. It's not like a big mush. Oh, I'm seeing lots of bacon left over for me for breakfast in the morning.
Nope.
I think I need to add in a twist, and whoever loses tonight's got to make me breakfast tomorrow too.
Your husband can make you breakfast. Just need some more.
Right, guys, do you hear the music in the background? That means we have reached the halfway mark. You have 15 minutes.
Cool.
15 minutes. Are we still looking good, guys? Are we still on time?
Yep.
I see you putting
Yeah.
those fresh herbs into your pan there, Chef Grant.
I am indeed.
Tell me, using fresh herbs versus dried herbs, does that add a different level of flavor, or is it very similar sort of flavor profile?
It does, but if you're at home and you don't have fresh herbs, then you can.
So you can substitute the fresh herbs for dried herbs if you'd like, guys. If you don't
Correct.
have any fresh herbs in your fridge,
I'm not sure though. There's people that say that dry herbs are more potent than the fresh herbs, and people that say otherwise. So I think it comes down to preference and what you can afford, because the dry herbs are usually cheaper than the fresh ones if you're getting them just from the local store or something.
okay, interesting. Our chefs disagree on that fact, guys. Oh, I'm starting to smell those fresh herbs and the citrus aromas coming out of that pan there, Chef Grant. It's smelling really amazing.
Thank you. That's all I smell is my pan, not yours.
Well, I could say that could be because you're standing in front of your pan, but I mean,
I'm just being nasty.
the color in your pan is amazing, Chef Wesley. You're getting the purples, you can see the greens, the red. I see you've also added some fresh herbs to yours. Which fresh herbs did you choose to use?
I've added some coriander, or locally it's called dhania, which is like a staple for curry. So I'm happy about that.
It's looking wonderful. I see both of you just have pots of water boiling away.
Yeah, that I can actually.
What is your next step, Chef Grant?
Just adding a little bit of chili sauce just to give it a little bit of a...
Chili sauce. Oh, that's an interesting twist, because Chef Wesley added chili flakes, and Chef Grant has now added chili sauce. So it'll be interesting to see how those come out. Is your oven hot enough yet, Chef Grant?
Yes, indeed.
Ah, wonderful. So the bacon is in.
That is correct. And my chicken, just to do the last little bit of cooking process.
Okay. Are you not worried that putting your chicken fillets in the oven is going to dry them out, or?
Nope.
Okay.
Negative.
Negative, he says. Oh, some fresh lemon juice going in the pan here too. I see Chef Grant spying. I thought you
You're
weren't
scared.
worried, Chef Grant. I thought you had this in the bag and you were so confident.
Waste.
Every chef has a bit of spillage, so if you're working too cleanly, you're not a proper chef.
I know some people who would beg to differ on that fact, me included.
That's no lie.
Chef Grant, are you hiding from the camera or are you busy?
sorry. Got to here.
I see you opening your cabbage over there. What is the plan with the cabbage?
Now I'm just going to add some cabbage to my...
You're adding cabbage to your pan. Your pan is looking a bit darker now. Did you add something
I've added
else?
some Worcester sauce, a little bit of water, and some soy sauce.
Wonderful. I see you adding a nice pile of cabbage there. So you said you've added some soy sauce, some Worcester sauce. You also added
Correct.
the chili sauce as well.
Correct.
So you're going for quite a different sort of Asian-inspired flavor.
Yeah, like a little Asian stir fry.
Okay.
Hint
Is
of
there
chili. Just hopefully they're not don't like bacon.
If I'm not mistaken, Chef Grant, is that flavor profile not called umami? Or are you not quite heading for that?
No, not umami.
Okay. See, I'm still learning too, guys. I have to ask questions because I need to know these things too.
You okay then, my friend?
I'm loving the smell here.
It is smelling amazing. Both pans are smelling amazing, guys.
I've had a stir fry with noodles, but I've never had a curry with 2 minute noodles. Cool.
It's the first time for everything.
Hey, I'm willing to...
You both seem to be waiting for something
I'm
to cook in
stalling
the pan.
fire.
So, Chef Wesley, would you like to recap just what you've done from start up until this point?
Okay, so what I've done is I've julienned the red pepper, fried that, diced the chicken fillets, added that in along with sliced bacon. I've seasoned it with salt and pepper, chili flakes, roasted masala. I've added some 13-in-1 spice, some cumin, and then I also added a bit of cabbage and also the cardamoms in there and the bay leaf and the stick cinnamon. So that's all cooking together now and making its flavors.
Wonderful. So those flavors are busy mingling together now. Let's have a look at what Chef Grant is doing.
Oh, I don't bloody believe it! Somebody's only gone and took me bloody newspaper. Oh, lockdown, the one chance I had to be alone, and I'm stuck here with 2 chefs and a bunch of TikTok enthusiasts that have nothing better to do than move my stuff. Donna, what's happening in that kitchen? I mean, you'd think they were cooking for the masses, wouldn't you? A woman has an appetite, you know.
So just before that, Chef Wesley, you were telling us what you have done up until this point. Chef Grant, could you recap for us what you have done from beginning up until this point?
Okay, so I julienned my peppers, butterflied my chicken, spiced it, salt, pepper, chicken spice, had my water boiling, then I added some, then I started frying my diced bacon, then I put the peppers in, a little bit of salt, pepper, coriander, chili sauce, and then added the cabbage. My noodles are almost al dente, and my noodles are going now. Then it's just my chicken's done, my bacon's almost done. Actually turn the oven off. Keep that warm. I'm pretty much ready.
Sounding good, Chef Grant. I see you also have a little bit of wastage over there on the stove.
Oh no, sorry Wesley.
Oh, look how pretty those little lemons look on that board.
Okay, so I've lowered the temperature on my pan to the lowest setting it can go, just to keep it simmering, to keep the curry warm. And then I've switched my other plate on to get the water boiling again, and then I'm going to add my noodles to it.
Wonderful.
So, yeah.
And you said you cook your noodles for 2 minutes.
For about 2 minutes, yes.
Okay, what are your ideas on plating? Are you planning on mixing it all together, serving it on top, next to each other?
I like serving it over the top of the noodles, simply because I don't have luck mixing the noodles
You
into...
don't have luck.
Yeah, I can never get it right.
So in other words, you end up with all the noodles on the countertop and not in the bowl.
Or there's still like clumps of noodles that have no filling in it or anything like
I think
that.
that's something we can all relate to, guys. Chef Grant, what are your ideas for plating?
I am going to be adding my noodles to the to the stir fry mix.
So you're going to be mixing it
So
all
it'll
together.
be all mixed together with my chicken on top of it, with wrapped in the bacon, and then I'm just grilling some.
Now I'm seeing
some
something
lemons.
very interesting here. He has lemons frying in a pan, guys. He has quartered lemons frying in the pan. Chef Grant, could you tell us more about that, please?
I can indeed. It's just another
Sexier way of plating lemons instead of just doing like normal wedges when you do fish and chips. Then you take it and you squeeze it. And
This just gives it a bit more.
So do you serve them on the plate just like that once they have been fried?
Yeah.
And what
100%.
effect does that have on the lemons?
Just gives it like if I had like if I was using a skillet or something, it would just give it like a nice char grill
texture.
or color.
Okay. So it's all about the presentation.
That's correct.
And you don't use the oil. The oil doesn't get infused
no,
with
no.
lemon or anything like that.
Not at all.
Yeah, wonderful. I see. Have you cooked your noodles there
My
already?
noodles are done.
Okay, wonderful.
I'm just gonna burn someone here. Sorry.
I think we're down to about 8 minutes now, guys.
Fantastic. I'm there. Now.
Smelling amazing. I see you put your noodles in as well, Chef Wesley.
Yes, I have. It's for about another minute or so before I'm ready for it to come out.
And guys, just a little interesting fact, something I did purely by accident the other day. We were working with some peppers here in the kitchen, and I happened to have an empty pot plant, if you want to call it that, on my kitchen windowsill. And I grabbed a handful of the seeds, threw it into the pot, and watered it. This was a couple of weeks ago, I think just before lockdown. And I've noticed that I have now got a little pepper tree growing in my pot on my kitchen windowsill. So if you don't want to waste the pips or the seeds, 5 minutes to go, guys. 5 minutes to go.
Sure.
Are we still looking on track? Are we still thinking we're going to finish in time?
I'm still on track, yeah.
Wonderful. Now, interesting, Chef Grant, I see you've grilled the bacon and you've cooked the chicken separately and you're planning on wrapping it around.
Correct.
Now, I have seen something similar previously, but they cooked the chicken with the bacon wrapped around it.
It would have just taken too long for me to do it in the oven.
Oh, so it's all about time constraints.
Timing.
Okay, I hear you.
Last week I wasn't able to put
Interesting,
my
guys.
last week I wasn't able to put my crumb mushrooms on the plate, so
Yes, for
Working
those of
clever.
you who missed the start around last week, we have a rule that if something has not been cooked, by the time is up, it does not go on the plate. It does not go on the plate if it is not cooked. And Chef Grant unfortunately mismanaged his time slightly, even though he won. He didn't put his, deep fried mushrooms. What do you call them? My brain is dead today, guys.
Crumbed
Not having a good brain day.
mushrooms.
His crumbed mushrooms never made it onto the plate. I see you pouring some of the water over your noodles there, Chef Wesley. Is that...
I'm someone who is not a fan of dry noodles. I always like to use the liquid it boiled in and add the flavor of the noodles. I never let that go to waste, so that it's kind of like a soup,
Okay.
which I love.
My little trick is when I don't use those little sachets of the spices, I keep them in my spice cupboard because you never know when you're going to run out of something. And they always come in handy for spicing. Even the little chili sachets you get in some of them come very handy, guys. It's looking good, smelling amazing. What do we still have left to do, Chef Grant? I see you're adding some more soya.
I'm adding some soya sauce to a little bit of my chicken broth from the noodles, just so I can make like a nice little glaze to it. A little bit of Worcester sauce.
So you've added soy sauce and Worcester sauce to a little bit of your chicken broth.
Correct, just to make it a little bit more sauce, so it's not.
Okay, great.
If it's a bit dry.
3 minutes left, guys. You should be starting to plate.
Okay.
Remember, if it's not prepared, it doesn't go on your plates.
There's my tongs.
Our chefs are starting to feel the pressure, I think, guys. They're losing their tongues. Or Chef Grant is, at
I'm
least.
shaking at the same time.
Chef Wesley plating nicely here. I don't know if you guys can see this nicely at home. I can see it beautifully from my angle here. It is looking really delicious. The colors are really awesome as well. Chef Grant plating as well, as you can see here. 2 minutes, guys. Oh, chefs are speeding up. They're speeding up. Here come the chicken breasts. Remember, they were butterflied and pan-fried before being popped in the oven. Chef Wesley, any other ideas on presentation? Are you adding anything on top, or?
Just garnishing it with a couple of lemon slices and some basil leaves, fresh basil leaves. So just for aesthetics.
For the aesthetics. Oh, big words coming out here tonight. How pretty does that look? And now the lemon slices, are they also functional? Do they, can you squeeze them over your meal and it improves the flavor?
You can,
or elevates the flavor, if I should say,
that will
rather?
elevate the flavor, yes. That is
Wonderful. It's looking lovely. It looks like Chef Wesley might be done, guys. Are you done there, Chef Wesley?
I think I am.
Chef Grant, how are we looking over here?
Burning.
Burning. Oh dear. Pressure's getting to him. 1 minute to go, guys. 1 minute to go. What do we still have to do here, Chef Grant?
Just want to do my basil.
We're down to about 40 seconds left now, guys. I see you spooning some liquid over there. Is that just part of the broth and the...
This is part of the broth of
Okay.
the noodles.
Looking good, guys. Remember, simple ingredients that everybody has in their pantry, and you can turn it into meals like these. Chef Grant, I see you've chopped up some fresh basil. Are you sprinkling salt over it? Is
Just
that
a
just for
little bit of
flavor, or? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Time is up, guys. Bowls, knives, plates, down. If we could just clear a little bit of space here quickly so that I can get to my judge. Right, guys, I don't know if you want to come in and have a look at these two dishes. We have Chef Wesley's dish. This was the curried stir-fry noodles. And here we have Chef Grant's dish, which was more of an Asian-type stir-fry meal with his chicken breasts and his bacon. Both dishes are looking absolutely amazing, guys. Right, guys, I'm going to go off now and go and fetch our judge and unplug her from her earphones so that she can come and see what's happening here and score our chefs out of... Well, actually, let me just explain this to you first. Our judge comes in, and then she's going to give each of these dishes, we're going to mix them up a little bit so that she has no idea whose is whose. She will do a taste test first, blindfolded. She will score each dish out of 5. Then we will remove her blindfold, and then she will score the dish on presentation as well. We then add the 2 scores up and announce the winner. Our crown is over there in the corner waiting to find a new home or possibly go back to its old home for the week. Who knows at this point? Chefs, if I could ask you to please each grab a knife and a fork and cut me a mouthful with a little bit of everything on it for our judge to taste. And just a reminder, guys, Chef Wesley's, Chef Grant's. Judge, are you ready to come in? Let's get you unplugged here. Let's get this blindfold on you. There we go. Hold my hand. There we go. Right, guys, I don't know if any of you are familiar, but this is Amelia, our daughter. And she's going to be judging for us again this week. However, as mentioned, we did it a bit differently. She was in another room, blindfolded and plugged into earphones throughout the whole show. So she has absolutely no idea what the ingredients were or what was made, in fact. So we are going to move on to our testing now. Let me just grab my scorecards here. Sorry, they were stuck. Right, Amelia, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good about this.
You're not nervous about what the ingredients were or anything?
A little bit, but I guess I just have to see what it's like.
Okay, is there anything you're hoping that is not in this dish?
Not really.
Not really. You're not scared at all.
No, not really.
Oh, interesting. Brave judge we have here. Brave judge. Right, Amelia, I'm going to take a forkful of each of these meals and I'm going to feed it to you, and then you're going to give them each a score out of 5 for the taste, for the flavor. Are you ready for dish 1?
Yes.
Oh, goodness. This is going to be a bit of a trick trying to get this. Hold on one moment. You're going to have to open your mouth wide there, Amelia. Sorry. It's not the easiest thing trying to feed someone these dishes, guys. Just give me a nod when you're done chewing there, Amelia. What is your opinion on dish A?
I really like it because it's a nice like flavor, and it's really nice with there's a nice hint of spice in there, and I really like the elements.
So it's nice. I think we got that message. It's nice. Let me swap around here. If I could just grab that fork. Thank you, Chef Grant. Amelia, you're going to have to open even wider for this one. Sorry for that. Seems one of our chefs likes to have big forkfuls. He wanted to make sure you got everything on that fork. Just give me a nod when you're done trying that one. What is your opinion on dish B?
I like this one a lot because it's got a lot more heat to it, and I'm somebody who really likes heat and spice, so I really, really like this.
Oh, this is getting interesting, guys. Amelia, could you please give dish A a score out of 5?
3.5.
Amelia, could you please give dish B a score out of 5?
4.5.
Sorry?
4.5.
Ooh, only 1 point between the two guys, so I think it's going to come down to presentation here. Amelia, could you remove your blindfold for me? Right, here we have dish A and dish B. Could you please give dish A a score out of 5? 4.5 out of 5. Amelia, could you please give dish B a score out of 5? A 4 out of 5. Let's quickly tally the scores, guys. While I tally these scores, Amelia, could you please go and fetch the crown for me? Well, guys, that was a really close call this evening, but very interesting. These points, the tallied up points, only differ by a half a point. And our winner by 1/2 of a point is Chef Wesley. Oh, guys, that makes us even now. Chef Grant won the starter round. Chef Wesley won the mains. We'll have to wait to see till next week who wins the dessert round.
So it looks like I'm on dishes and you're on donuts.
Absolutely.
Goodness.
Oh, I've had better.
That's all, folks.
Oh, did I hear somebody say dessert?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a big thank you for watching and tuning in. Do remember to share and like. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, you have been absolutely fantastic. You really have. This is a 3-part series, or it has 3 episodes. You've watched part 1, you've watched part 2, and part 3 will be coming your way. The final part with Mrs Doubtcook's Cook-Off Challenge. and the desserts. Not to be missed, that will be next Tuesday. Now, of course, if you missed part 1, you'll find it in our videos at Man of the Mind fan page or the ACM Entertainment Channel. You'll find it right there. Go take a look. And of course, you can also check out Linktree, that's linktr.ee/Man of the Mind for all of our media channels. Until next time, we'll see you again soon.